What is up, and it's going on, guys? Simpzy here, and welcome to possibly the final episode of House Stark. We've beaten the Storm Kings back to Mistwood, and the only currently enemy, and the fourth last house, one of the great, or once great houses in Westeros. We're at war with them, obviously, and their last stand's going to be at Mistwood. We got King Jojen here, and we are going to attack the last of the Storm Kings. We're going to breach the city gates with nearly 12,000 troops. 20-to-1 ratio, let's fucking do it. Now, as I say, it could possibly be the last episode, is completely, wholly, and solely up to you guys. So now, please put in the comment section down below. I could end it here after I defeat the Storm Kings. We've finished the battle. We've conquered everyone else. We could end it there and then move on to another campaign, which would be another Kings and Rivers and Hills Let's Play, which will either be House Lannister, House Duron, or is it Duron or Durion? I can't quite remember, but the Storm Kings, nevertheless. Or House Yarnwood. And I don't think I've actually played a battle with this many generals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. God damn. So it's probably going to be a little bit laggy. Or I can keep playing. As you guys know, the Lannister Prince, the young Lannister Prince, is a bastard. He's actually a bastard of Kevin, and that could be, to be quite honest, I don't really know if he's actually the bastard of Kevin or the princess that, well, the current Queen Regent. So that could be our excuse to start a rebellion with the Lannisters and try to finish them off, and that means like I can continue playing this mod, continue playing as House Stark, and we could get a couple more episodes out before it's only me and Martell left in the game. But to be quite honest, guys, I don't really mind. I have played enough of this campaign. I've played through it enough that I'm happy to end it, or I'm happy to continue it. It's basically wholly and solely up to you guys. So once this episode is released, I will leave it up for a couple of days. Just simply for you guys to make your decision, because this is heavily going to be influenced with you guys. So, would you like me to continue on with House Stark? Next enemy will be the Lannisters, or start a brand new campaign, because if we do fight the Lannisters, we'll probably drag out for another, I would say another 10 or so episodes. So it's completely up to you guys. We could see Jorah's reign, Jojen's son, maybe eventually, and see, we'll be able to find out if Beth Stark is a bastard. So it'll be interesting to see. Anyway, everyone's moving up. I got everyone on the attack. Leopold Umber, attack. Donald Tolhart on the attack. Benjen Karstark on the attack. Edric Tolhart on the attack. Gallus Glover on the attack. Andre Reed on the attack. I'm not too sure where. If that's Donald, where's Gawain Tolhart? Anyway, we're getting up on top of the walls now. Yeah, so it's been a very successful campaign so far. Oh, well, thus far, I should say. We wiped out, if you guys can remember, we wiped out the Boltons. We crushed the rebellion in the north, pushed the Ironborn out, secured the north, then moved south into the Riverlands, crushed House Mud with very, very extremely easily, to be quite honest. Then we moved on to the Vale. Mind you, through that we had alliances with the Rock, and that pretty much cemented our dynasty, you could say. We moved on to the Iron Islands, and then we moved down south to help our allies, the Lannisters, finish off Gardner and their rebellion in the south. We helped... Oh shit, the ram's gone. We helped the Martells get rid of the Storm King invasion of Dawn. We took Dawn for ourselves, and once the war is over, we're going to give it back to the Martells. Once there's no military position needed from down there. And if you guys can remember, Jojen actually married the Martell, one of the last remaining, I think it is the last remaining Martell member. Definitely of the male line. I'm not too sure of the female line. She's the only princess left in Westeros, I'm pretty sure. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. We're still firing at the gateway, trying to destroy it, knock out some towers. Gonna go with the tactic of the crisscross tactic, trying to take over the gateway with a push. We do have our troops coming up with these towers, and I don't know about you guys, but I can tell this is extremely laggy. I'm running at, I can't really tell at the moment, but my frames are dropping like flies. Far out. Anyway, we're pushing up on the walls, we're fighting armored dismounted knights. Yeah, because I did say when my Aaron Let's Play I was going to do House Aaron, House Hoa, House Stark, and then I was going to do the Storm Kings. But a lot of people have been saying Yarnwood or Ironwood and Lannister, so that's rather interesting. I thought they would have been. I thought, to be honest, Yarnwood would have been one of the last ones to do, but that'd be kind of cool. Seeing we haven't played with, I guess, it's kind of a Middle Eastern faction, you could say that. Well, in this Total War, it's textured off a Middle Eastern faction. So they have a lot of spearmen more than anything and archer cavalry, so that'd be kind of cool. Play as Dawn, conquer the Martells in Dawn, push up through the Reach, take some of the Reach settlements, maybe take the Stormlands and the Crown Lands. Take the Reach, and then we could move through the Westerlands if we wanted to, and we could pretty much secure the whole of Westeros and maybe an alliance with the Starks instead of pushing up north after we take the Riverlands and the Vale. I don't know, it's rather interesting. Like I said, it'll be interesting to see. I did have troops getting onto a ram, but I don't think it actually happened. That's because some of my allied troops actually took the fucking ram. God damn it. Do we have command of the gate? We do too. I couldn't really tell because I'm lagging a lot. Far out. Okay, the gateway is definitely ours. We'll move everyone in now. Probably not Jojen though. Oh well, it looks like the one of my Stark forces took that. So imagine being one of the last remaining Storm Kings, or one of the last crowned Storm Kings, seeing 12,000 Northerners that have been chasing you for so long. Far out, this is laggy. Looks like they're pouring in troops as well. Oh, well, let's move my my guards in, and let's fucking crush the last of this Storm King scum. I'm going to speed it up a bit. Actually, I probably shouldn't because it might just about kill this game, kill the game engine. Not my computer, but the game engine. Because I don't think it's really built to field this many troops, but whatever. Oh, well, here we go. How many troops have we lost actually? We lost 3%, they've lost 60. That's awesome. Oh, everyone's moving up. I guess that there's a general there. It'll be interesting to see if anyone actually dies, because we're pouring absolutely everyone in. I'm sure at least one general would die. Looks like another army's being pushed up, some Vale tribesmen in the nearby vicinity. I'm going to keep those archers on the, that lot of troops on the walls. I guess I could get these guys to chase after them. Meanwhile, everyone else is going to be pouring through this gateway. We've still got archers going off. I wish you could get them not to shoot. I wish they were smart enough to think, okay, well, there's a higher ratio of allies than enemies in that unit near there, so we probably shouldn't fire that way. But, whatever. Looks like the sellswords are leading the charge. What about the Winterfell Guard? They must be in there pretty solid. Oh, well, we're moving on the town centre and the final demise of the Storm Kings. We've already actually won the campaign victory conditions wise, but I don't usually follow them because I don't really like them too much. I kind of like doing my own sort of thing. And if I don't really like set out to do the objectives. If I'm playing like a modded like Game of Thrones or Third Age, or I'm playing a modded Medieval Kingdoms, I usually do that. But if I'm following like I didn't get the save by the way. Yes. Okay. I need to talk to this later. I was sending him a hot seat save, and he didn't accept my. That's how we do the hot seats. If you guys don't know, Obviously, you can't record the hot seats live. That's a nice little segue there. Especially Medieval 2, but you still can play together. All you basically do, start up a hot seat with 2 people, you play one turn, and then you go into, you end it, then you save it at the start of the top of the turn. Then you go into your save folders, and you simply just copy and paste the hot save, which we just called it the save, into Skype, send it over, and it takes about 10 seconds, and then they record your turn, and we just do that back and forth, which is kind of tedious. And actually recording a hot seat is actually, it's quite difficult at the start, but once you get the hang of it, it's quite easy. But sending it back and forth does get extremely tedious. So so one turn each. So turn one, yeah. For one turn of each person, we have to send it back and forth, which is, it's kind of annoying, but hey, whatever. It's really cool to play with someone, and yeah. So I do need to do that after this battle. Looks like we're moving in. I think I can speed it up now. Hopefully it doesn't kill the game engine. I'm going to pause it. I'm going to get everyone in. And hopefully everyone else can attack as well. Looking at that green bar, Andrew Reid's actually lost about 200 troops. And Benjamin Karstark's lost a few. Far out, we're pouring in now though. Awesome. I guess there's their general there. They're surrounded by Stark forces. They won't last too long. And there's fucking arrows. That pisses me off. Well, we've got my Jojen's unit. Is pushing pretty fast into the actual town square, town centre, if you would call it. So it's a town square because it's actually a square. It's in the centre of town, obviously. The choke, the rally point, whatever you want to call it. These are just knights, so it shouldn't really too matter. I wonder if you can see, I would imagine that's the Storm King. Well, the actual king. Looks like he's being absolutely rammed, fucked up the bunghole with spears. I would imagine the prince is there somewhere, but I don't think it's really going to matter too much. Jojen, King of the North. His father, Brandon, King of the North. His brother, Hugo. Then there was Buron. Then there was Burel. No, Burel was the wildling, wasn't he? It's cool. It's really cool to see.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
I'm still surprised that we haven't killed that general there. Whoever he is, if he's the prince or the king, because I can't remember the notification code. He's still holding on pretty fast. Nah, looks like the mercenary Andal knights and just our basic knights are moving in. They'll give him a bit of a rough up, and they're pretty much surrounded. Oh, there he goes now. Speak of the devil. We'll see who it is now. Enemy General fallen, Leicester, Storm King. At this point in time, 200 turns in, I'm pretty sure we've killed so many Storm King generals. It's just ridiculous. There must have been about 10 throughout this campaign, I swear. There's some guy there. Some guy's a bit keen. Cosborough, Aboriginal display picture. Counter-Strike Global. What up? We'll make the charge. I think I might send Jojen in. He can take the city. Some guy's keen. I don't know who that is. Yeah, like I said, it'll be interesting to see if I actually lose any troops. Make a push for it, men. Good. Okay. Taking the city. We can start speeding it up now. Where is Jojen? It's kind of sad that his brother died in battle. It would have been a pretty big shock, actually, if you guys can remember a couple of turns back. Jojen, it was Jojen's brother Hugo, just before he's about to go into the throne. He died. His brother died. Hugo had a daughter just before he died, and then shortly after his father died. So lost 2 family members rather quickly. Fucking sucks that Hugo died, even though he did have a child in the very end. But we did have our concerns whether or not he was batting for the other side, if you know what I mean. We've only captured 13. Probably not too bad, seeing as we should just execute most of them. We're still pouring in. There's still a couple left. I don't know why there's fire arrows. It's not even a point. It's just going to kill us with friendly fire. Oh shit. I've got everyone moving in on the attack. Yeah. Andre Reed's been a little bit careless with his units. So we'll see about that. So I'll say this once and finally, guys, if you want me to continue this House Stark campaign, all you need to do is put in the comment section down below. If you don't, I will simply move on to the next campaign, which will either be Storm King, Aaron, oh sorry, not Aaron, Storm King, Yarnwood, or Lannister. So we lost just under 500 men. These are the massive stats if you would like to have a look at them. And let's load up the battle. So if you guys, obviously if you guys see like obviously a Lannister or a Yarnwood, or you know what I mean. If you see one of those videos after this Stark Let's Play, you know I've made my decision, and that's that. I'm sure I will talk about it in my video, and I won't let you guys hanging. We rule the waves. Words of House Hoa, and we forget the saves, if you know what I mean. I overrided my save as House Hoa. I only got really 15 turns into it, which was kind of shit. It was at that point where I couldn't really go back. I couldn't start a new campaign. It was just fucking annoying. Well, the Storm King is dead. Storm King is dead. Enemy army routes. Faction destroyed. Storm Kings. Everyone is fine. Oh, yes. Jojen had Kragan. I forgot he had a son called Kragan. I don't know if I actually showed that. Shit. So, I will do a save. I'm going to end it here. And you guys know what you need to do to continue this campaign. Fuck me, there's some rebel settlements. So, at the moment, there's no wars going on. We're at a time of peace with the Lannisters and the Martells. Without further ado, guys, I hope you enjoyed this series as much as I have. Yeah. I guess, yeah, we can do a toggle foe. We can continue. I guess we could continue looking at this. Scenings, if we do start again, it won't be too much. We'll see how basically the Lannisters compared up. Let's quickly have a look at the family tree. You guys know all that guff. Let's look at the scrolls. We'll go all factions. We smashed in the overall. We dominated in the military. The only people that came close to us were the Storm Kings before we crushed them. Production me, territory me, finance me. Martells have been kicking us pretty well up as well. Population me by an absolute shit ton. The Lannisters that had a strong and steady. Living factions, yep. All that good stuff. They're the lists if you would like to have a look at them. Settlements. I guess you could pause when I'm slowly moving down if you wanted to look at the populations. Agents, my awesome assassin. Capital is Riverrun. Faction leader Jojen King of the North, Donald Towhart. Generals 33, cities 10, battles 255-1. Year 366, regions controlled 67, castles 57, battles lost 17. That's a decent ratio. 255 wins, 17 losses. Turns, exactly 200. Turns remaining 1,000. So, that's all that good stuff. There's the Royal Treasury if you want to have a look at that. No missions. Let's actually have a look at the Martells, firstly. Okay. There's a couple of Martells nearby. Yarick, King of Dawn. At the harbour there. What about the Lannisters? How are they going? Oh, most of their troops are in Casterly. Well, sorry, near Highgarden. Oh, there's Prince Rupert, the bastard of Lannister. Oh, I had Glover moving there. We never got to use his army. Oh, most of their troops are at Casterly Rock. It looks like. Craighall. Wow, that house is still living on. So that's what pretty much happened. We could, I'm sure I've said it enough times what you guys need to do to continue this campaign. Comment section below. So, without further ado guys, I hope you enjoyed this campaign as much as I have. This is probably my favourite campaign out of all the Total Wars I've ever done, to be quite honest. It's the longest I've ever done, and I'm going to stop talking now. So without further ado guys, I thank you so much for everyone who's liked, favorited and comment and done all that good stuff to support this video and subscribe. I really wholly and solely truly thank you. And without further ado guys, this has been Simpzy. I'm out. Ladies, my friends, goodbye. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Goodbye. Hey guys, just before I leave you today, I would like to go and please follow me on Twitter. It's the best way to interact with me. If you've got any questions at all, message me on Twitter and I reply to absolutely everything. On there you'll be able to see Let's Plays coming up, when I've posted a video, and all that good stuff. So also if you'd like to subscribe to get all the recent and up-to-date content on my channel. So bye guys.